Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you've never been here before, welcome. Today I think I'm going to show you how to take this doll pendant that I made that didn't really have any shine and is very scratched up to look like this one that's super shiny. Let's see if I put them back in my hand. So we're going to go ahead and make this pendant like this pendant. It's a really easy process. It doesn't take a long time. You just need a few simple materials, and I'll go ahead and show you what they are, and then I'll also put links in the description as well for anything you guys can't find in the big box stores. So I have sandpaper that I use, and the sandpaper I start off with is 220 grit, and I go all the way up to 3000 grit. So from the 200, 320, and 400 grit sandpapers, you can find those at a hardware store for the most part. Most big box hardware stores will have those grits. Anything higher than that you might find, but I've had trouble finding, so I get them online. So I go all the way from 400, and then that jumps up to 600, and the 600 up is all wet dry sandpaper, and that means it's able to be used with water, and that's what we're going to do. You need a bucket of water. It doesn't have to be this big, but I use this big of a bucket so I don't splash everywhere. And then this, if you guys have it, this is one of my favorite things to get the shine like this. Without it, if you just go through all the grits, you're just going to be left with something dull. This is what brings the shine to it. This is probably the best stuff I've ever used. Some people do use car polish as well. I have this brand of car polish. I think I got at Walmart or something, I'm not sure. And it's okay, but it definitely is not as shiny as this one. So I'll put the link for this in the description, but I would highly recommend this. This is an amazing plastic polish. And then a towel. So I'm going to go ahead, set this up, and we'll get started. Okay, so now that's done, you can see it's still kind of shiny. We're going to go ahead and dry it off a little bit. Now after the sanding, it doesn't really remain shiny once you dry it off. It's gonna go back and get a matte finish. So the difference between the beginning matte finish and this matte finish is this is extremely smooth. This is a very smooth surface now that it's been sanded. Even though it's still a matte, you can see it doesn't reflect the light. That's where the polish comes in. You can use a whole bunch of different things for the polish. I like to use these paper towels. They're the shop towels they sell at the hardware store. These are my favorite things to use. They don't leave lint like a normal paper towel. So we're gonna go ahead and polish this now. It's really simple and really fast. I like to shake this up. And I just take a little bit and put it on the paper towel. And it doesn't take a lot to get this shiny. And it's because we sanded it so much that it gets a really, really nice shine to it. And I like to do this a couple times. Make sure we get the sides as well. And I use a really small amount. So once I get it all worked in there, and then say this the first time, I'll switch to a drier side of this towel and kind of buff it out. And I press pretty hard because you are doing the polishing yourself. You're not using a machine, so I do press pretty hard to get the shine. But you can already see a difference in this shine. I mean, it is almost like the back here that's just the resin. It's pretty close. It's not exact, but I'm going to do this a few more times and make it really, really shiny. You can also use a Dremel. I don't recommend a Dremel because sometimes you can set the speed too high, so you have to have a pretty low speed Dremel, and you can actually burn through all the sanding you did. So if you're not careful with a Dremel, you can actually have to start all over again. So you can see, brush it on this towel here, how much shinier this has got just from the simple sanding. Why my camera's not focusing today. So just from the simple sanding, I mean, it is 20 times more shiny than it was before. So that's it. That's as long as it takes. It doesn't take very long. I think it probably took about 25 minutes to do all of this. The polishing takes no time at all. And the more you polish it, the more shiny it will get. So that's how it went from what it looked like in the beginning to this. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, just throw them down in the comments.